hey, I want to hear a Korean word. So it's funny that you happen to pop up at the same time.
All right.
But how is everything?
Oh, pretty fine. I just put upload two videos, like a short and a long form video. Like I don't know if you have saw my new video.
Not yet, but I can check it out after this. You just did it today?
Yes, I scheduled my video, and I put it in the Korean hour because the video is for the Korean audience.
Smart.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't know how effective it is. I haven't 100% tried it yet. I did used to go about the same time every day, but now I kind of changed. But apparently, if you set your videos around the same time every time you upload, that's supposed to help with the algorithm, allegedly.
Yeah, from what I heard too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
James and Potts, hello and welcome to the chat. Thank you for rejoining the new one. We are here with a returning guest. So you're counting down the days until you go to Korea?
Yeah. It's like I think I will go like in the 3rd of May. Maybe the first week of May. I didn't like buy my ticket flight yet.
Gotcha. Yep. Gotcha. Well, man, I hope everything goes amazing. Hope everything goes better than planned. You meet some actions. You get some good videos out there.
Yeah. I was planning to do many videos like food review, the city that I visit there. I will visit there. Yeah. I will try also to do interviews with the locals.
For sure. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah. So I will try many things, but if I stay here for like 1 month, I could probably like do 60 video or more, because there's too much to do in South Korea. So
for sure. Hey, I noticed you said the thing about answers. If you have any questions, you guys can leave them in the chat, and we're going to answer your questions. Right now, we're more geared towards Korea, but if you want to discuss any other subjects, we can look into that. But if anyone has any questions, they can always leave them in the chat. But yeah, man, that's definitely great. I still have some friends over there. What part? I apologize. What part did you say you're going to be staying in?
In Seoul.
Seoul, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. But I will definitely like travel to Busan, Jeju if I have time. But in 1 month I can like at least stay 2 to 3 days in each city if possible. Mm-hmm. Because I was planning to go to Gwangju. It's another city that is not that far from Busan.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
What's the first letter of the city?
The first city that I will visit.
You mentioned you said it's by Busan. What's the first letter?
J. Gwangju.
Oh, Gwangju.
Something like that.
Gotcha. So we have James with a question. Mm-hmm. He would like to know, because this will be your first time in Korea, he would know, what do you think is going to be like the best thing about Korea? And then I'll answer from my perspective.
Okay. I think the best thing that will be the food.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, the food. Also, I think visiting Busan will be a much better experience for what, but of course, that's not my experience, but from what I heard, Busan is like more friendlier than people in Seoul, because Seoul is pretty busy. It's a pretty busy city. So people will not have much time to talk with you, but if you go in Busan, they like more like, they can vibe more with you and they're less busy than people in Seoul, from what I heard, actually.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. If I go back to Korea, I definitely have to hit Busan because that was the city I was supposed to be in, and I definitely want to see how the seafood is out there. So, for those who are new to my personal journey, I lived in South Korea for 4 months. It was definitely an interesting experience. For those who are familiar with my channel, you already know that I've been in South Korea. But for me, the best thing when I was there was maybe the safety, because at that
Yeah.
time
Mhm.
I had never been to Japan and I had never been to Singapore. So my reference point was, wow, this is the safest country I've ever been in. It was so interesting because let's say you go out to eat. I never seen this before where people will leave their cell phones, their credit card, their wallet on the table and they go outside and smoke and no one touches it.
Hmm.
So it's like that level of luxury when it comes to safety is like so relaxing. You don't got to worry about people stealing stuff.
Yeah, it's true. But I heard that the only thing that they steal is the bike.
But that's what I wouldn't doubt it. Probably.
But I don't know for the chat that are here, because I heard that many foreigners have struggling to make Korean friends, but I would suggest like to use apps like language exchange. I don't know if some people are familiar with Hello Talk or
Oh, hell
Tandem.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's better. It's better to do that after, before you go to South Korea, because there will be some locals there that are in the apps that can show you around the city. We can meet people from Busan, Seoul, or the city in South Korea.
Gotcha, for sure. So we do have another question. So maybe for the newer people who didn't watch the previous live stream with us, someone's asking from the name. So do you mind introducing yourself?
Oh yes, so my name is Gerbins Jean, but and my YouTube channel is Gerbins Young. So my family name is in French, but I changed it in English for English viewers. So it's Young.
For sure,
So
yeah.
unfortunately, I cannot tap in the chat to. You sent my link earlier, right? My
Yeah, so on the last live one we did, what I did was in the comment section, I pinned like, hey, this is his information. So you guys can definitely search for his YouTube channel. He said he's going to be making a lot of content. Is your content only going to be about South Korea, or after South Korea, you plan on doing other things? Or
mm, yeah, of course. Like because my goal will be like to um maybe not after South Korea right away, but I would like to do like food review to other Asian countries. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I try to like have a Asians audience. I try to like to do something very like authentic, because where I'm living is like they only do content in Canada, but they don't try to like have audience from other countries.
gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've noticed me personally because I've seen that you on your videos you had I believe they're called characters, like the Korean characters.
Hmm.
I think that can definitely help grab the audience because I actually have a video. I think it's titled "The Truth in Japan" or something like that. But for that video, I used Japanese characters, and I noticed when I looked at my analytics, there was a few Japanese
Yeah.
people who, yeah. So I
Like
did.
I s- I saw because you can see um, the kind of the percentage of people who subscribe to your channel, your audience, actually. For my part, I saw that I had 31 Filipino and 27 South Korea. So that's my audience in general, and 8% Canada. So yeah,
The Canadians were just like, we don't know.
but actually, it was actually it was obviously something that I trying to do, because I was not actually trying to reach out to Canadian people, but people from Asia actually.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, that definitely sounds like a plan. I'm glad it worked as planned. I heard that the Philippines could be a good place as far as them watching people's channels because they speak English, but then they're also want to know more about like North American culture, like Canada and the States and all that. But
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is the gentleman who was asking about the Korean before, Antonio Esparago. So earlier in our other live stream, you were saying that you were familiar with some Korean. Is that correct?
Yes, I know some words, but I'm not very good. Like I'm doing like a long sentence, like to have a long discussion with some another Korean. But I know some words. Yeah, definitely.
How long did it take you to reach this level?
For me, it depends of the individual, but I think it's like it takes you like more than 1 year. Some people can take less than that.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but like if you want to learn the language, actually the later the Hangul, it takes like 1 week, 2 weeks, something like that.
Wow, that's fast.
Yeah, yeah. From what people said is it doesn't take like much time to like learn all of the angle later, because it's I think it's the language that is the less difficult to learn. Or for of course like Asian writing.
Gotcha. Sure, that's good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have an individual action about the currency rate. So the good thing about Korea, I want to tell y'all something about like the cost of living, is it's actually cheaper than the States, generally speaking. Like I would say, if I were to give a percentage, I would say it's roughly 15%, between 15 maybe 20% cheaper than the States. The good way to do it at the time, because I remember I think it was like 1,000. Like it looks like a lot of money, like it will be like 1,000 of their currency, but it's really you take away like a zero or two zeros. It's very cheap. It's compared to the States, like good 15-20% cheaper. So whatever you're buying in the States, that's about the rate. Sorry, I don't know the exact rate off the top of my head, but Korea, like a lot of other Asian places, they have unique flavors. So I'm gonna show you guys something. This is like an example. So for those who don't know, I'm currently in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. This is an example of, so normally in the States we have Arizona tea.
Oh yeah.
But this particular tea is Frost Chill flavor. I have never seen this flavor in my life, so I was like, I gotta get it.
Oh wow. Okay.
So in Korea, they have flavors that like I didn't see anywhere else. So like Oreos, for example, usually in the States.
Oreos?
Yeah. Yeah. The black and white cookies.
Mm-hmm.
So States we got normal flavor, and then I think there's like chocolate and mint. Over there they had a strawberry flavor, they had a lime flavor, but the best ones were the honey bun flavors.
Honey bun flavors.
Yeah, honey bun flavor Oreos. I've only seen those in South Korea, nowhere else.
Wow.
And then if you go to like Burger King, they have these black bun burgers. So it's like they're different than ours, but it's good. I will say, in every Asian country I've been to, the coffee and the tea tastes way better over there than the States. It's like when you're drinking it, it just feels like rich. It's like more flavorful, more earthy. So it feels like it comes straight from the earth. But that's just my personal.
There's a strawberry flavor in Australia.
Oh, I gotta hit that. Mr. Blue, what's up? Yeah, I remember you from about 2 days ago, I believe it was. I seen you in the live stream before. So what we're doing right now is kind of like a live question and answer. If you guys have any questions about South Korea, we can answer those questions for you. He is going to South Korea relatively soon. I have been to South Korea, I want to say it's probably been like a year and a half, but yeah, I used to live there for a quick little 4 months, and we're just chopping it up about South Korea. I had that other Arizona, it was super good. This one was a tropical chill flavor. Super good. Probably the best Arizona I ever had. Yeah, have you ever seen these?
Oh, not this one actually.
Yeah, man, it's super unique. So we got a question that says, how Korea? So from my experience, South Korea is okay. I think your experience will vary depending on a few factors, how you carry yourself, what country you're from, your skin tone, your education level, language proficiency, many levels to it. So I did an interview with Haha Sammy, and he broke it down pretty good. And he talks about how when you interact with Koreans, typically, because there's always an exception to every rule, but typically they'll ask you questions like, what is your age? What is your education level? Are you married? Are you living here? Are you just visiting? What area do you live in? Some of these questions can be considered like somewhat evasive if you're not used to it, but it's just the way they communicate with one another. But they don't necessarily mean harm when they do that. They're just kind of sizing you up, I guess you could say. But what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, but actually, I don't have I did have a lot of interaction with Koreans in person. Like met like Koreans at the restaurant in Montreal. I met some in Vancouver and one in New York. But I did like have like more than 10 interaction with Korean, like real interaction with them.
Gotcha. Welcome
Yeah.
all. Make sure you hit that like button. And James, to answer your question, when I go to the North-South Korea border, I'd go to the border, but I would not enter North Korea just because I wouldn't take that chance. And I heard that like your cell phone won't have service, a lot of stuff. It feels like you're stranded, basically. But what about you? Would
Mm.
you enter North Korea?
I could try to visit the border, but yeah, I could try. Yeah, I didn't think about it actually, but yeah,
But
I can definitely going to visit the border. It's like is it far from Itaewon? No, right?
I'm actually not sure. I know the country itself is kind of small, so I don't think it would take too much time. Like I'd go to the border, maybe make some good content, but let's say hypothetically they were like, "Hey, Mr. Young, we'll let you come in and enter North Korea, the actual country. Would you enter?"
uh, I don't think I will go there.
Yeah, I feel it.
Uh,
I've seen this story about an American who they imprisoned him for a while. I think it was only like 3 years or something, but they sent him to him because by the time he came back, he ended up passing away in like a week. But yeah, I'm too scared of North Korea. So there's a few countries that I'll probably never go to, and North Korea is one of them. Along that list is probably, I'm gonna just say it. You know, some people may be offended, but mainland China, just because I think Hong Kong and maybe Macau is like enough for me. It's not that I think it's horrible. It's just it doesn't really draw my attention like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hong Kong is like the place where there's more like English speaker too, right? In Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had a roommate that ended up moving there. I lost connection with him, but he had a girl from there. He moved out there. And James said Russia. I would actually enter Russia. I've heard St. Petersburg is very pretty, and I've met like some cool Russians. Even the girl we had on a couple of days ago, she was from Russia. So what about you? Would you enter Russia?
I don't know, bro. I don't. It didn't give me. It didn't. I didn't have. It did give me a lot of attention to go there, but I heard some because the channel of international passport bros. At the international passport, he talked with about the woman here, and he covered many countries. So I heard about Russia.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. I got a country that I don't see no one talking about that I'm going to go to. It's actually near Russia. It's pronounced, if I'm saying it right, Kyrgyzstan. So I got a buddy, city Bishkesh. So if you see the people, some of them, if you look at their phenotype, they kind of look Caucasian, but they kind of look Asian at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. I even noticed that too. Like, there's some part of of the country that you can see like man, woman having like a Asian future, and yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I'm planning on going. So for the people who are just walking in, just to let you know, he does have a YouTube channel. We did another video before where I linked his channel. We can do the same thing with this one. But yeah, he has YouTube. He's going to be discussing different travel content. He is going to Korea soon, and he would like to travel to other places as well. So what are some ways that you're preparing for your trip to Korea now?
Excuse me, what did you say?
What are some ways that you're like getting ready for your South Korea trip? Like, is there certain things you're studying or certain things you're buying to get ready?
Right now, yeah, I try to like see where I can stay, because I was looking for the good Airbnb to stay. I found some Airbnb with good prices, like $70 a night, so it's pretty good. Actually, I was trying to get information to how to go to Busan and train KTX, from what I heard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What other things? I know they have a different, like, how can I say that? A different outlet to charge like a, yeah. So I have to buy a block that can be converted to me for charging my things.
For sure, you got to get the universal adapter.
And universal adapter, yeah.
Yeah, I got one somewhere laying. That's the box for it, but it's laying around. Oh, here it is. So it's like you change it depending on the country. So like it can change the outlet or whatever. I think it was like $70 from Amazon.
Oh, you could send me the link. I think I will buy one like that.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I actually should do? And you reminded me, so I want to say thank you. I need to start putting links in my videos. Theo, how you doing? Jesco, Hacker, how are you doing? And this is a suggestion for you as well, is you can put links in your video for different products you buy. So for example, how I'm going to send you this link from Amazon. They have something, I don't know if they do it over there, but in America they have like, I think it's called partner with Amazon or affiliate partnership or something, but
yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's another way, especially if for people who are either not monetized or like myself, we're monetized, but still a small channel. Like I just got 1,300 subs. So, additional way to make some money and support myself.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So you didn't complete the 4,000 watch time?
I completed it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I actually got one video that almost got me there by itself. I thought the 4,000 was going to be the hardest part.
Mm-hmm.
I got this one video that just went crazy. Like right now, I think it has like 34,000 views.
Oh, wow.
So that video alone has over 2,500 watch hours.
Wow. Okay. So, how much time the video length? Is it like 1 hour, 2?
How many hours did that video get? Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't checked it in a while, but last time I checked, I want to say it was like 26, 27, like 2,700.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the one that helped me. Good morning, gentlemen. Doc Spencer. Hey, I remember you, Doc Spencer. Hey. So Doc Spencer and Theo and Jesco and anyone else who's watching the replay, he has a YouTube channel. He's going to be talking about his childhood experience. He's currently getting ready to go to South Korea. So this particular live, we're talking about like South Korea and Zayton. Hello. Zeteric. Hello. So clip this. So I want to talk about the different neighborhoods within Seoul, South Korea, because you were talking about Airbnbs, prices, things of that nature. I want to give my perspective. However, I do also want to give a disclaimer that it's probably been a good at least year and a half since I've been in South Korea, so things potentially have changed. Now, I did a video with Haha Sammy, and you seem familiar with him. In the video, so when the earthquake situation happened in Thailand, we were talking about the different neighborhoods in South Korea. And based off what he was saying and based off my experience from a year and a half ago plus, Itaewon is still like a scared neighborhood. People are still kind of scared because of the tragedy that happened with, people losing their lives. So go there, you're going to see a lot of tourists, a lot of English speakers, a lot of people not from Korea. Hello, Mr. Montero. But it's just not as heavy traffic as somewhere like Hyundai. So the reason why I say this is just to get a familiarity with the neighborhoods for you and then anyone else who's watching, so I can help them make the best decisions. This particular part of the live, I'm probably going to take out and maybe make it on, if I make a Patreon or something one day, you get what I'm saying? So I want to have something extra for the people that I have for the Patreon. But Itaewon, Hyundai, and what's the other one that starts with a G? Gangnam? Yeah.
Gangnam, yeah.
I would like to think that those are like the three most internationally accepted neighborhoods within Seoul. There's even black barbershops like in Itaewon and these other neighborhoods. I met a guy from the same state as me, Ohio. He had a out there. So if you're looking for like maybe a haircut or if you're looking for the neighborhoods to stay in Seoul, these may be good options. Typically Gangnam, because in Korean culture, I feel like they judge you harder on your age than we do like in North America and Canada. So in Gangnam, that's like nightclubs and bars for people who are like 30 or 35 plus. And typically Hyundai and Itaewon is kind of considered like the younger crowd, like 18 to 29. So that's how they separate it. But also Gangnam is known for having a little bit more money, which makes sense because, usually the older people are, the more financially established they are. But all three of those should be good. And whether you're a male or female, if you stay or go to like Hyundai, there's going to be Koreans who are looking for you. So they have a term, I forget how to say it, but it's like Koreans who like foreigners. Typically, they'll be in that type of neighborhood because they know that's where all the foreigners go. That's where the military people go, the English speakers. Yeah.
So if I have a question for you, how was your interaction in general with the Koreans in South Korea?
Yeah, so my interaction was interesting. So you talked about the language exchange. I was on one of them. I want to say I was on Kakao.
Kakao? Oh.
Yeah. So Kakao.
Kakao Talk, right? Okay.
So they got two of them. They got Kakao Talk, and then I think they have one that's just straight Kakao. but it's big over there. Like nobody uses Google Maps. Like if you say use Google Maps, they'll be like, what? They use Kakao
Yeah.
Maps. So Kakao is like, it's like an all-in-one. It does a whole bunch of things. They have language exchange there. There's payment programs on there. There's a map in there. There's built-in chat groups. It's like a lot of stuff. It's like, I think 3 different apps, but it's all Kakao related. And YT user, what's up? How you feeling? Yeah, so clip that. Sorry, I was saying that so I knew where to, exit when I put this on Patreon or something. But yeah, so how they interacted with me, every conversation I had that wasn't in the workplace, because I work there, I had to initiate with a Korean.
Oh, okay.
So whenever I talked to a Korean, if it wasn't work related, like, we're coworkers or something, I had to talk to them first. And then normally, like, if I'm in Canada, if I'm in the States, if I'm in Spain, if I'm in Thailand, there's like follow up when you're talking with someone. You'd be like, where's this at? Over here. Okay, that's cool. You like it? Yeah. But have you tried it? Blah, 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 blah. It's like a little bit of conversation, a little banter back and forth. When I would talk to them, it'd be like straight answers. Where's it at? There. Where do I go? There. Did you like it? Excited. So the very few Korean friends that I did have, I had to really work and work and work to get them. And a lot of times, sometimes it was like through someone else that I met them. And even when you do the language exchanges, it's kind of like there's people who made videos about it, how they just kind of want to learn from you and then that's it. But
Yeah.
it was kind of rough. It was an interesting experience. Make sure he knows some of South Korea laws and rules. Yeah, that's a good thing. This app sounds like WeChat. Yeah, in China they use WeChat. Korea they use
Kakao Talk Line.
Japan they use Line. But yeah, man, what other questions can I answer for you when it comes to Korea or help you prepare? I think phrases is going to help, and then the fact that you're going to different cities is going to help.
Yeah. But for my we talk about the language exchange. So yeah, I can really relate to what you said. Like some Koreans will like use you to learn English pretty much all the time. But I actually met certain Korean because most of the Koreans who talk to me is Korean women, right? So when they interact with me, some of them are very interesting about knowing me personally than just learning the language. Yeah, like there's one who I talk with, like I think it's like 2 years now. So we're still in contact. She talked to me sometime. She even called me because we were supposed to have a call together. And she even think about calling me. So I was like, oh, okay, she calling me. So she didn't forgot because I know that some Korean will say, oh, yeah, we will contact each other. But if you send them a message, they will like respond in 1 week, 2 weeks, or even 1 month.
Yeah.
So
stuff like
yeah,
that.
this part is not something that I really like about some of them who do that. So it's like you can have a connection with them, but it really depends of the Korean you talk with.
Yeah.
And yeah. But her, she just because the girl in question, she even proposed me to like what was the yeah, so she even like proposed to me to sleep in her house and also meeting his siblings that live there.
Oh,
I was like, oh, but she said that unfortunately, since we have moved out to another house, we don't have enough space for you to sleep with us. I was like, oh, okay, it's fine, but I really like her initiative to propose me that. Another thing that she said is like, if I come to South Korea and she's very busy with her job as a teacher, she said that she will contact one of her siblings to, to do something with me. I was like, oh, the hospitality.
Gotcha. That's good.
Yeah.
On a positive side, once you are connected with them, you somewhat have access to their network, at least in my experience. So, like how you're saying, she's going to introduce you to her siblings and all that. I have seen that. But that's good that she's offering, man.
Yeah. Um, so I talk with another. If I talk out with my other experience with Koreans, there's another one who, I talked with her. She was interesting. She seems to be interesting to know me personally. I was talking with her in Korean. She said that I had a nice voice. Yeah, but yeah, she definitely interesting. She seems to be, but most of the time, I will say, unfortunately, Koreans and some apps are just interesting to like learn the language and they go away.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. That's what kind of discouraged me, to be honest. I really don't want to sound negative. I'm just stating my
Mhm.
opinion. And by the way, if anyone has any questions, they can always leave those in the comment section and we can address those. But yeah, that's what happened. Because some people would say, hey, why didn't you learn the language? There was another guy
Mm.
from the same area of the States as me, like the Midwest, you know, same height as me, and he was there longer. He was there, I want to say like 3 or 4 years, and he picked up the language. And I kind of saw like how they treated him from a distance. I'm like, we're getting about the same treatment. Maybe he gets slightly better because he knows the language, but that kind of stuff kind of made me discouraged from learning the language. But overall, though, I still don't take away from it because, like I said, it was had some good with it, and it wasn't just all bad and no
Yeah.
perfect. But what city were those people from that you were communicating with?
Icheon. Icheon is where is the airport in South Korea. Seoul, particularly in Seoul,
Okay,
and I'm talk with few in Busan.
gotcha. Their
Hmm.
fashion point, at least in Seoul, the Seoul area, because I never been to Busan, but the way they dress and everything, I'm like, man, they got style, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but Busan, I think is like the, I think it's the best place to make more Korean. Yeah, to have Korean friends there. It would be much easier for anyone to go there because I always heard about something positive about Busan. Oh, it's very easy to make Korean friends. They're more open to talk with you than in Seoul. So I was like, okay, I will try my with my own experience if it's true or not. But I will definitely not be surprised if it's the case.
for sure, man. I can't wait to see your videos about it, especially Busan, because like even
Uh,
looking at the picture, it looks so pretty. Like, man,
yeah,
yeah.
and I forgot what I was about to say is mm, I really forgot. Um,
We were talking about making friends there.
hmm?
We were talking about making friends there.
Yeah, but like I just forgot the man. Oh, I forgot. But I will tell you when I hello to black guys.
I'm assuming maybe he's black too, or maybe not. But hello, rule the suspect.
Oh man. But yeah, it's like with Curry. Oh yeah, okay. Now I remember. Like he have you ever received gift from Koreans?
I don't believe the students. Yeah, like when I would teach, they would give me little souvenirs and stuff. But outside of that, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I For my experience in Montreal only, I met a Korean person. So we eat at the restaurant, and she paid for me. I was like, what? It is the same when we went to a coffee shop, and she offered me another drink. I was like, oh man, she pay again, and I was like, no, you know what? The next time I will pay you the meal, because she was too generous with me. But I was happy actually. But when we sat, or we sat in a table, while we were talking, she bring her bag and she gave me another gift from Korea. I was like, why?
Wow.
But actually, I was very shocked. I was like, oh wow. I didn't like didn't think that she will give me. She really like give me the day. Yeah,
And this is like the first time meeting her, or you met her before?
the first time. Yeah,
Wow, man. Yeah, she
yeah.
must be mad.
Because the gift that she gave me, she said, was from South Korea. So she's how can I say how can I say that in English? Um, accountable. Anyway, but she worked remotely, and she can even like work in Montreal City in Canada, or she can work in South Korea. So
Mm.
when she went back to South Korea, she was thinking about buying me something, and when she returned to Montreal, this is where she gave me the gift that I received that day.
Ah, nice. Yeah, she can probably
Yeah.
give insights about South Korea. Then, like back there now, or
Uh-huh.
like is she back in South Korea now, or is she
No, she live in Montreal right now.
Montreal still? Okay, yeah,
Mhm.
man.
Yeah, but I think my personal experience is maybe a particular exception, because I think most of the time I have good experience with Korean that I met. But yeah.
That's good. Cutie.
Mhm.
Hello, how are you? He said, Cutie Pie says, I'm new here. Okay. Make sure you check out his channel. Make sure you check out my channel. We're doing travel content. Hit the like, comment, subscribe. But I will also say that I feel like maybe my experience dealing with that culture, like on the West Coast, like California, Las Vegas, etc., is slightly different when I went there. Like, unlucky black cat, I am new here. Okay, so we got a few new people. Welcome to the channel.
Oh,
Yeah, I like and that's what's up. Make sure you check out his channel as well. He's going to Korea very shortly, but he's also going to be doing some other travel content outside of that. But yeah, I would say the good thing about Korean culture, from my experience going over there, is I'm not sure the exact breakdown in your area of Canada, but in the States, it's like if there is racism or discrimination, there's sometimes like a forced effort for the person to let you know that they don't like you, or they're trying to permit you from getting jobs or do some weird things or something. But I feel like in South Korea, from my experience, if they don't like you, it's not obvious, which can be a good thing. So I feel like it's a mentality of like, hey, I don't like this person. I'm just not going to talk to him. Which honestly for me was cool because it's like you're over there, I'm over here. You're not causing me any harm. So for me, it's not a big deal. So
mhm.
I will say that they do have some respect to them. You know, typically the Japanese are known for like the most respect, but I would say in South Korea, they'll show you your respect. And yeah, they don't typically do anything overt from what I've heard.
Yeah. Um, so I interact with Japanese people. It was pretty difficult to have a strong bond friendship with them compared to South Korean people, because Korean people are more emotional too. And when I talk with them, it's like they ask me questions. at the moment when I try to talk in Korean with them, they're like, "Oh, you speak Korean," and they open up to me to talk about something else. Oh, how did you like learn Korean? I was like, "Oh, I learned from the Korean show, Korean content, Instagram, for example." So I said to them that I look in a channel that, and I try to learn some words from this particular one. Uh, yeah, but Japanese, I don't know, man. It's Japanese people is more, from my experience, is more difficult to have a strong bond with them.
I feel it. I understand. Unlucky Black Cat is in the chat saying they speak Japanese. I will say everyone, because Cutie Pie says, "How's there only me?" You have to ignore the count because sometimes it's off or it delays. How it says there's only one person, people talking, so that's how we know that's not accurate. But I didn't want to interrupt you. It's just there's some few people asking about your channel, so I want to make sure you got your.
Yeah, of course.
We're definitely gonna put it in here, but are you able to tell them like your username if they want to search?
Yeah, so it's JARBENS. So it's Garbens, and after that you write Young. So yeah,
Okay.
you will definitely find me. And if you find me, there will be a Korean letter and my first name.
Yeah, and I think it shows up like a yellow profile picture, right? Like the background.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. Yeah, Doc Spencer, you're right. Got to have that sense of awareness wherever you go, especially when it comes to traveling. Doesn't matter if the country's safe or not safe. You just want to be aware of your surroundings at all.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other questions you wanted me to talk about, or any subjects you feel that we missed?
I think there's definitely some other question that I can ask you.
Let's do it.
Oh, about the food prices and the market.
Yeah, so the food is more affordable than the States. And also, some of them do taste better. Like, I'll give you an example. Okay, there's this, what's the name of this one vegetable? Bok choy. So
Bok choy.
I thought my whole life that bok choy was just, okay. But then I bought it from the local markets out there. I'm like, this is good. I don't need to add any salt or anything. Like, I could eat it by it.
Oh,
It's very good. Yeah.
okay.
The fruits and vegetables are on point. And it's like, it's cheaper than the States. And they also have certain flavors you're not going to see in the States and in Canada as well.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, Ivan. How are you? And as far as going out to restaurants, it is a little bit cheaper from my experience. This is only my experience. But I'm originally from the Midwest, like Ohio, but I was staying on the West Coast. And one of the things I noticed is in Ohio, the Midwest, if you go to Korean restaurants, Japanese restaurants, etc., Chinese restaurants, it's kind of automatically implied that it comes with rice, so you don't have to tell them. However, when I was living on the West Coast and then when I went to Korea, a lot of places you have to tell them you want rice. So, like, you may be seeing something on the menu, baked chicken with green beans. If you want rice with it, you may have to tell them.
Okay. Okay. Unlucky Black Cat. Okay. Unlucky Black Cat. If you can share my profile in the chat, it will be very very great because I know it's not easy to find it.
Yeah, the thing is, so I'm on a YouTube Live with the mobile device, so I can't, for whatever reason, it doesn't let me chat. It only lets me start a live chat. All messages are visible. It only lets me start a question and answer. But what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to log on to my laptop right now and see if it'll
Okay.
type in there. Because I believe I did that before. Yeah, when you're on the mobile, for whatever reason, it doesn't let you talk. But if it was normally, it would let us talk.
Yeah.
So let me see here. I don't have any experience with America. Okay.
Yeah.
America's it can be cool. It's a big country, so there's a lot of different stuff, a lot of different vibes. Let me see here. I hope this works. $957 subs. Okay, bro, I see you. You're right there. You're almost at 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get you to 1,000, man.
Oh yeah. Is this the 4,000 watch time that I will be have to work? I have to work on it. Like so,
Sure.
I think I will do like.
The good thing is it
Oh,
looks like it's working so far. So I'm gonna click this and see if it lets me type in it. How many watch hours do you got now?
the last one, 41, just only 41. So I have to put some more effort to that to be able to like increase the watch hour much more than that. Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Spencer. I appreciate that. Okay, so I was able to go to my. Okay, I was able to go to my laptop and type it. So yeah, so we found the secret. Pretty much what you got to do is go to the laptop and then type it on there.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was able to pin the message. So that's his YouTube channel. Y'all can subscribe, and after this video, we check him out and all that. What if you went to the Philippines right after Korea?
Hmm. Hmm. But I was thinking to go in the Philippines, of course. Actually, when I was thinking about traveling in 2023, yeah, I was I would like to at that time I would like to visit the Philippines
Yeah.
because I talked with the locals there from is what is the name of the app again? It's Filipino Cupid. So I talked with like with the woman there. So while I was talking with them, I did some search and YouTube about their culture, how is the people there, the food. So I was very interesting to visit the Philippines. But yeah, I don't know if I will go this year. Maybe if I have times with that, but I will go first in South Korea because there's some Koreans who ask me, when are you going to go there? So when are you will be arriving in Seoul? I was like, don't worry, I will tell you when. I will when I will come to Seoul. So yeah.
For sure. I want to say welcome, Football Edits. I remember you from yesterday. Welcome, Pickle Gripper. That appears to be a new name. Hit the like, comment, subscribe, and share. He's doing YouTube. I'm doing YouTube. Earlier, Doc Spencer was mentioning, hey, you should tell him about the laws and things so he can be okay. And that's a good idea. Some of the laws, it did slip my mind, so I do apologize. But I do want to go over something I remember is considered disrespectful, but I feel like it's common sense. But in their culture, it's considered disrespectful to touch people on top of the head. That's a sign of disrespect. Also, what's common is like you want to show respect to elders. So that's another one. And then there's a third one that I wanted to touch. I can't remember quite fully. It was a big one too. It's escaping me.
It's like is it one of the I know that hold on. The things that
Gestures. That's what it was. For now, it's gestures. So
gestures.
yeah, like for example, okay, so like here you might point at someone like, "Hey, can you do this?"
Oh,
It's considered bad if you point at someone directly. So they
okay.
suggest you do your hand like this. So when I was
Mm.
teaching English and I was calling a student, I wouldn't say, you come here. I would be like, you with this hand like this. Like they want you to have your hand under.
Oh, okay.
And they also do that with money. You'll see them do like a double hand. And then also, we talked about this briefly on he's from Canada. Hey, Marion, welcome back. How are you? So we talked about this briefly on the other live stream, but it's this means no, right? So
Yes.
in North America, we do like this, but with this, you did.
Yeah.
Watch out with that. But
I know it. I think when you, yeah, I just remember one actually.
I'm sorry, you can go ahead.
Okay. So when you go in the restaurant, when you drink alcohol, I know that is a kind of rule to not like drink in front like that, but you have to drink and decide.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. The alcohol though? Interesting. Okay.
And I think when someone gives you something, you have to like you don't you and I think you should not like take with one hand, but with I forgot how they took that. I think like
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, man, you've been studying. That's good. You're well aware. Yeah, I'm in Malaysia. He's in Canada. He's going to be going to Korea very shortly. So we're just doing a live question and answer about Korea. But yeah, we're still in the same spot. But yeah, that's right, man. That's right. Another thing I wanted to address, because I made this mistake when I first got there, is my very first day. So normally when you're walking and you're crossing an intersection, there's like a button you press to let it know that you're trying to walk, to turn the thing on. Maybe it was the neighborhood I was in, or maybe that's how they all are. I can't remember, but this one had a button, but the button meant handicap. So when you press it, it's like saying, hey, I'm handicapped and I need assistance to cross the street. So I was pressing, and some people were telling me, hey, you're not supposed to press that. You're not handicapped or whatever. So you got to be careful with those. I believe they're labeled blue, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
I heard that they have lights in the ground when when you walk. When you walk, when you cross the street, they have a light for if someone looking at their phone, it will really help them to have more visibility, I think.
Yeah, some areas they have that, which is pretty cool. And then also some areas, instead of just having the light across or up and down, they'll have like an X. So you can go like across the street. Instead of crossing like left and then up, you can just take the X. Like they'll have an X section, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in certain ways, man, they got us beat, Yes, and then a lot of the train areas, like the metro area, will have like free Wi-Fi, like if you need data or whatever. So that's pretty cool as well. And every time I got lost or I didn't know where I was going in the train station, even though I mentioned that it can be some work when it comes to warming up the people, when it comes to directions and stuff like that, they are very respectful, from my opinion, and they'll talk to you. You'd be like, hey, what I did first, because I don't want them to think I was like a beggar or something like that. Because that's another thing I want to address here shortly, but I would come with my cell phone first and be like, hey, how's this, blah, 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 and they'd be very respectful. But the thing I wanted to address in that aspect, bye, Marion, you have a nice day. And football, we'll get to your question here in a second. But the thing I wanted to address is like certain places in Europe or other places in the world, there is a different treatment if you're Black American versus Black African. So they may be African or whatever, and then if they find out you're not, they treat you slightly better. It may sound uncomfortable to say that, but I'm just being honest. But as far as the North Korea border, I'm not opposed to it, and he said he's not opposed to it either, football. But yeah, did you have any questions about that as far as the treatment and stuff like that?
Oh, actually, how was your? Did you like? have a good experience dating Korean women?
I didn't date any Korean women. So what happened is I was out there about 4 months. The first month I was just moving about normal, talking to people, whatever. And then I think after that first month I was able to see, okay, I see the game that's being played. It's kind of like, I'm not saying that I actually made a TikTok video about this that did fairly well, but I'm not saying that you can't date Korean women out there. I'm just saying that there is a ranking system, and being a Black person, you may not be the top choice. Now, being in bigger cities can help, and you can find people who are open to that, but typically, this is only from my experience, they want you to put in more work, or it's kind of like a situation like, hey, we can meet at nighttime when no one can see us, but not too much during the daytime, like kind of keep you low key, or a situation where it's like a lesser attractive female. So it's kind of like you have to go some points below what you're used to, from my personal experience. But by the time I did finally meet a Korean woman, she just was like so weird that I just ended up blocking her. So we never really went forward. And I was just like, Korea may be like Spain in the sense of you got to go for the international people rather than locals. And Spain is the same way. I